Welcome to the world of Kurt Roskoff, and we're going to get the show started. My name is Kurt Roskoff, and we're going to get the show started. All right. Thank you for joining our Saturday show, The World of Ability, right here on the World of Ability Podcast Network. And we're going to have a great day of it today. We have some guests planned for you, but I'm going to give you an initial prelude to the show. We're going to enjoy some music by Lucy Lynch. It's going to be one that we've been referring to a lot in the last 4 years here at World Ability. It's called Go Out and Play by Lucy Lynch. Before I get into that, I'm going to set the stage for what are we doing here. This is a show, folks, inspired by people with disability, the people in the world that are humans with disabilities, people with disabilities, and really showing to be the masters of ability. So we're talking about people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, people who are blind or deaf, people who are with physical disabilities, and those who have chronic pain, people who have a goal of substance use reduction, and those who have a mental health diagnosis, and it goes on and on from there. So this is a show that allows us to dive into our human existence and to really cultivate together what our own individual ability is, as they say, to help each other be the best version of ourselves or help another be the best version of themselves, and to incorporate concepts like self-determination, self-advocacy, and to use all of the precepts of web content accessibility guidelines, global public inclusive infrastructure, adaptive equipment, in programs of inclusion, assistive technology. There's so much that is available through how people with disabilities have lived their lives, and how people with disabilities and those that don't identify with the disability come together and create all of this work product and tools and customs, and really creating a stronger future, because we're formatting how the world works in this universal design and so forth, that it works for everybody. So when we have people in here, we don't want to make this sound like this is a disability program and, oh, I'm not a person with a disability, so this isn't the show for me. I am inviting people at networking groups all day long, every day, to come and join us here at the World of Ability. This is how we, as 8 billion people on the planet, can come together and help shape a future that'll work better now and for 7 generations to come. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cue up the music to get us started. This will be about 4 minutes of music. So let's just enjoy, and let's really set the stage for an enjoyable time. And keep in mind what this is. Oh, I went ahead and I queued up Love is the Only Way. I want to do Go Out and Play. There you go. Go out and play a cappella. Let's see if I have anything other than a cappella here. It looks like that's how it is. So we're going to go ahead and go out and play a cappella blessing song by Lucy Lynch. Here we go. Here it comes. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and empower the share sound feature on Zoom. And here it is.
And I wish you joy, laughter, and abundance, happiness and peace, and every morning sun dance. Want you to know that I am here to love you and to support your spirit on its way. So go out and play play. Go out and play. Show the world who you really are with just the way you live. Show the world who you really are with just the way you give your life. And I wish you joy, laughter and abundance, happiness and peace, and every morning sun dance. Want you to know that I am here to love you and to support your spirit on its way. So go out and play. Go out and play.
All right, there you go. That was a lot shorter. I mentioned the 4 minutes. That's the song we play at the end, which is Love is the Only Way, but that a cappella go and play is a lot shorter. So here we go. We are underway. Again, I'm Kurt Roskoff. I co-created, in a big sense, founder of the show here and founder of the World Ability Podcast Network, but it wouldn't have been possible without the work and interests of other people that we've been in collaboration with right from the beginning, like Marcus Hart from Transform You, from out of Milwaukee. So he's got a big passion of helping people through their mental health journeys and keeping people strong in terms of how that all works. So we have, interestingly enough, my wife Sue is showing as coming in here. Sue, are you chiming in? What's going on?
Chiming in. We actually are in the car and about ready to head on back already. This has been a heck of a good morning. All right, and let's see. All right. Yep. So you are a go already, yes? I'm assuming.
Yep, we go. A little tricky working off of your device. To get the live stream going, it actually doesn't work without your phone because it calls for the two-step verification.
Oh, geez.
So I had to hustle. So the beginning's a little different because I was had it all set up to do this like I am now from your computer, and then I went over to mine and got the live going, and a little bit of pause until I sat back down over here.
Okay, so well, my question for you: am I better off turning my video off because I will be participating while driving here? So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn the video off, and you'll just be able to hear me for while we're going along here, so I'm not having to hold this. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. But I am here. So I know you were giving a tease earlier about a guest that you're going to be having on. Do you know if that person will be joining us at sometime during this time?
I don't really know. The conversation was that I gave the information to connect here, which I'm actually going to do again for everybody who might be viewing can come on here. The meeting ID for this broadcast on Zoom, zoom.us, go ahead and put in meeting ID 404-058-6152. Again, 404-058-6152. And you also can hop on to the call line, the conference call line, and do it audio only. That way, I'm just pulling up the invite here and I'll read off. You can get a Zoom conference call line just by Googling Zoom conference call line and so on and so forth. But I'll read one of them here. It is 312-626-6799. 312-626-6799. You can save that for all time for anything you do with Zoom meetings. But then you have to punch in the correct meeting number and the meeting ID for this show again. And for about half of the shows we do is 404-058-6152. So come on in, join the conversation. This is your World of Ability live stream broadcast on social medias. We're going out to YouTube Live right now. So, Sue, what are you bringing to the day for your World of Ability podcast show?
Well, we can share an event that we were just at here in the Milwaukee area. I don't know if they have these elsewhere across the country. I can only assume they do. But Divine Consign is a ladies' consignment sale, and it is just finishing up. There's only about an hour left of the event. We were just working for the last 4 hours, and we saw lots of people we know, so it was kind of fun. And it's amazing how many items are brought in and how many items are sold over the course of less than a week. Like absolutely mind blowing how much is happening there. So we had a fun job. For the most part, we were back in the dressing room area. And if you can imagine, there's 45 spots, curtains where you can utilize dressing room space to try on the different things. So it's a consignment sale. So let me back up. They have hundreds of people bringing in items to sell, and there's a limit. If you're a consignor, you only can bring in 60 items. So if you can imagine hundreds of people dropping things off, getting sorted out on the floor by size, by color, by type. So you got shirts in one area, pants in another, dresses in another. And they're all sorted out nicely throughout the room, including a whole section of things that they call favorites, which is basically more upper end brand name type items, and shoes and bags. I mean, it's lovely. There's you name it, it's there. So that is all on the floor. And there's the dressing rooms, and then a really long checkout line. They've got lots and lots of lines for checking out. But I know at its peak times that you can wait as much as an hour. I've seen people waiting because it's just the way it is. There's so many people there. And on the last couple of days, literally everything in the place is half price. So consigners pick their own price of their items. And so say they put something as a $10 tag on there, as a consigner, they get 60% of their price. So it ends up being, for that $10 item, the consigner would take home $6. If it does not sell during the full price section of time, like those first few days, if it's still there during half price, then everything automatically would be at half price. Like today, that $10 item will sell hopefully for $5. And then again, you'll make 60% of your whatever it sells for. And then in about 2 weeks from now, you get a check sent to you through your email for whatever you sold. And you also have the option with your items, whatever does not sell, you can donate. So they've got lots of partner organizations where you can end up you don't have to come back. Whatever you brought in, either it sells or gets donated to charity. And otherwise, if you want to get your stuff back, it's all going to get sorted out by consignor number. So each seller has their own number assigned to them for the sale. So there'll be a group of people starting to sort things out here actually before the show's done. The sorting will begin. And later tonight, those that want to come back and get their items will stop back through and pick up their unsold pieces. So that is the gist of how the sale works. Like I said, the number of people that are in the building, if you can imagine, hundreds of people in the room looking around at things. You got 45-ish, 46 dressing rooms. And most of the time while we were working today and last night, there was a wait to get into a room. It was only at the very end here where there was a few moments where they had no wait, and you could literally just walk right into a dressing room. So there's that much activity taking place. And then when people don't want something, we have to get everything back on the hangers the correct direction and back out on the sale floor. So it is quite a process that they've got put together to make this be as smooth and successful as it is. But we were hearing good feedback, though, that there was a good flow going on and not a whole lot of wait. I think even when we had a line for the dressing rooms, they weren't waiting more than, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to get in. So that's pretty good, because I know there's been times where we've shopped and we've waited a lot longer than that. So it seems like it was going well. So yeah, so you've got those are the owners that you have on the screen right there, Jesse and Jessica. And I should mention then, so we worked the sale. If you work a sale as a seller, as a consigner, you can, for each 4-hour shift you work, you can earn 5% more back on your check. So for example, if you are, you start out, make 60% back. If you work a shift, now you're going to make 65% of your sales back. If you work as many as 3 shifts, then you'll max out at 75%. So your $10 item that sold at full price, you'll now make $7.50 back instead of $6. So that's where, if you are working, if you're selling, you can make more of your tag back. If you are not selling at the event, like me this time, I've literally just volunteered. I did not actually sell at this one. So for each 4-hour shift, I now have a $30 gift card to spend at the event. So we actually chose to not buy anything this time. We're saving our $30 gift cards, and we're going to come back at the sale that they have in Waukesha next month, and look forward to being one of the first ones in and shopping the best for the best, hopefully. So that is our plan. It's a good system they have set up there, and the owners are extremely nice. They do run a really good business. They've been doing this for years, and they've got this down pat. They've got a really good crew of people who come back each time to work the events as well. So it's a fun group usually, and they are. I'm just kidding. It really is. People are doing their best, and they're trying. So it is fun. I would say working something like the dressing room was a lot more fun though than being out on the floor and hanging things up that people drop. But you work wherever they need you, right? So that was our morning, and that's where we are on our way back right now. We just finished our shifts and did not end up shopping today. Actually, you had a thing you put in back. Whoops. I just realized there was a skirt or something you were going to try on. That's still sitting there. Do you want to go back? Oops. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's it. So that is one thing that's also a perk when you work. If you see something you want to try on, you can set it aside and try it on at the end of your shift and see if it's something you want or not. I'm sure you don't want to go back. Bummer, dude. Totally forgot. So anyway, any questions? Does that all make sense? Was I explaining it clearly enough?
Yeah, definitely. So for the World of Ability, Sue, in all of your time working and shopping and doing everything done with Divine Consign, how many people with disabilities have you been aware of with the entirety of the operation, event, and experience?
I would say a handful, not a ton, but there's definitely been, like today with working the dressing rooms, there was a few different times where we were specifically waiting for one of the larger rooms because there was somebody in a wheelchair that needed enough space for them, and the person was with them helping out. And I know there was also a very sweet lady that was your traditional little old lady, kind of a sweetheart of a woman. That she was a little, I think she had been walking around more than she planned, and she was getting a little shaky. So one of the workers was helping to make sure that she could get into a dressing room right away and get her stuff tried on and get wrapped up, because, and she was so thankful, so grateful. And we were offering, if do you need any help? And no, I'm good. She's just gonna slowly make her way to the front to go get in line. We even had a lost kid for a little while, so helping out with making sure to get reconnected with the parent. And but yeah, there's different people that with differing physical abilities that nothing that was that mattered. I mean, you know what I mean? It's things you can observe, but I beyond that wouldn't be able to say much of anything towards that, I guess. Other than they do go out of their way to make sure, like with the dressing room, some of them are much larger, some of them are pretty small, but there is a variety for whatever the needs are. And I'd say there was a decent number, but whatever that means. I mean, if you can imagine when you go shopping, it's not like there's restrictions at all. They had enough room for people to get around and be able to shop, whether they were walking or needing any kind of assistance.
All right, very good. So, what a report, given it is International Women's Day. Did you remember that?
I did not know that. That's perfect. International Women's Day. What a perfect day to be having an event like this. There were a lot of happy ladies in that place too, because it's kind of fun. Another fun part of working in the dressing room is all the people that are finding all of the good things and it fit them just right, and they're walking out as happy as can be, getting something that looks nice and is at a good price. Because you can figure too, it's a consignment sale, so the intent is you're going to be finding things at 50 to 90% off of what you would pay retail for these items. So it's a pretty nice deal. It's a way you can look fancy without paying the fancy price. And I'll also say those that put the fancy price on there probably did not sell, because I did find a few things that were items that looked nice and I almost would have tried on, but then I looked at the price tag and the seller put too high of a price on it, so I was not willing to pay that much. So there's a balance there. And it is worth mentioning, I know this is all ladies' clothing for this sale. There's in the local area here, there's also a group called Just Between Friends, and they abbreviate it JBF. It is a nationwide franchise, actually, and there are several franchises of that locally here. And that is the same concept, but with kids' clothing and kids, anything kid related, from strollers to toys to beds to bikes, clothes, costumes, you name it. And those events are usually held twice a year. They have a spring and fall, and they have locations in Waukesha. There's one in Germantown and one in Milwaukee. There's also Racine and Madison, and I believe, so I'm more familiar obviously with the local ones here, but if you were to look up Just Between Friends online, jbfsale.com is their website, jbfsale.com, and that's where you can find the different locations across the country. And those are all, like I said, a franchise, so they're all independently owned and run independently by the franchisees, but I know are working currently on standardizing some of the materials that they use as far as marketing and whatnot, so that they are more uniform between the sales across the country. But the spring sales are coming up soon. I believe the first one is in Waukesha and dropping items off there on St. Patty's Day. So that's coming up quick. And then the Germantown, and that's actually held at the Waukesha Fairgrounds. There's an expo center there. So they have for a week in Waukesha, and then the following week is the one that's at the Washington County Fairgrounds. And then early April is when they have one at the State Fairgrounds in Milwaukee. I guess I should share out with that. If anyone has questions or wants to know more information, reach out to me directly, and I'm happy to help with that. Whether you're local here or not, I can definitely answer any questions about what that's all about. And it's a great way to basically, if you got kids stuff and it's still in good shape, I mean, you can't sell junk at these things. You actually have to sell the things that are like new condition. But if there's still a lot of wear left in them, why not sell them, get some money to buy the next size of clothing for your kids? You know, there's a lot of them there that they sell enough to basically pay for the next season of kids clothing. That, you know, if you got kids, you know what that's about, right? So why not make use of what you have? And it's a really nice event, and nice people to work with, and it's productive. So I'll just leave it at that. But again, reach out to me if you have any questions. And for those that don't know, we do have a new email address that we are using for podcasting, for our radio show and all that, abilityradio@gmail.com. I'm the one that's checking on that. So if you want to reach me directly, that's probably your easiest method right now, is abilityradio@gmail.com. With that, I'll pass it back to you.
All right, so we're going to take a look at this International Women's Day a little bit. For those that aren't as familiar, there actually is a website for it. First, we're going to look at the Google search does verify it is today, Saturday, March 8th, International Women's Day. Look at the fun you can have with it on Google top stories. It's on Wikipedia, United Nations has their rendition of it. And here's a rendition from internationalwomensday.com. There's a hashtag IWD, International Women's Day, IWD 2025. Accelerate action. Look at this. Women are out there bound and determined. Plan and amplify your IWD giving activity. Join the global IWD community. Look at that. They have all sorts of social media going on. Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn. Their LinkedIn groups, YouTube, got the TikTok going on. So let's see here. They have the about page. Let's see how they give the background to this event here. International Women's Day, March 8th. Look at all this content. Go check it out. What do they say? Here, let's go. What is the population of women on Earth? Here we go. All of our female earthlings here. It says 4.01 billion. So I'm just curious if I just change it to men to see if so men outpopulate the women. Isn't that interesting? 4.05 billion men. So there you have it. It's International Women's Day, and I wanted to accentuate this because we have plans for the founder and operator of National Day Calendar. And so we have Marlo Anderson, founder and CRO. I guess I have to do my research on CRO, chief. What is a CRO? Chief Revenue Officer. All right. So there you go. And so this is going to lead up to April 28th. So if we, I don't know if I can do a year at a glance and then go to April. Let's take a look for April 28th. Trying to see how I get here. Days. April days. We're in April days here. nationaldaycalendar.com. Let me see here. We're looking for the end of April. Scrolling down to the end of April. This all ties together here. April 25th. I'm not seeing. There you go. April 26th. National Kiss of Hope Day, the last Saturday of April. Isn't that interesting? So there we go. So April, we got April 27th. So here it is. April 20th, Global Pay It Forward Day. We here at the World Ability Podcast Network work with the PAC channel. The PAC channel is operated from Community Pay It Forward with Zach Clayton. And he is going to kick off a 2-week campaign for Project DieHard. Project DieHard starting April 28th. He's got his community partners all ready to go. And we're going to do 2 weeks from April 28th. Support to Project DieHard, a veteran service organization combating veteran suicide by spreading hope to veterans. Let's see, Sue, I'm going to make you a co-host for whatever that's worth here. So we got that taken care of. We have National Superhero Day, April 28th. And then we go to, and we have somebody we know that brings us Wonder Woman. So be ready for Wonder Woman on April 28th. And National Bravehearts Day. April 28th, National Bravehearts Day. We are working with Bravehearts TV. Check out braveheartstv.org and look at this great programming. Check out the great website. I like to get people right to the channels because this is what really lured me in, is all of their great programming. With their over a dozen different content creators that they are working with. They've got quite a team. Look at this here. Now, we're really excited about Kids TV. It's coming soon. Welcome to Kids TV, learn and have fun. And so we're collaborating with Marianne Waikiki with her Acts of Kindness series. So it's an interesting website because it puts 3 S's together. Not many combinations give you that, eh, folks? So actsofkindnessseries.com, I thought. Let's see if we can get it, if that's correct. Did I typo it? Oh, I know. I did act of kindness. We want more than one act, folks. That's another S. This thing is packed with S's. There it is. The Acts of Kindness series educational resource for social and environmental learning. Look at these great books. So here we go. Look at this, packed, good for kids. So our creative director, Mariana Waikiki, she's the owner of Acts of Kindness series, does everything there. But as we collaborate here, World Ability Podcast Network, she is our creative director here at the network. Everything on YouTube. Look at that, Lucy and the Perfect Wave here. Educational resources for teachers. So I want to take that segue to get us to Helpapedia. Helpapedia.org. Let's see if I can get this right here. My brain is being taxed, apparently. It can't keep that eye-hand coordination going. Helpapedia.org. Here we go. Go ahead and sign up. Parents, would you like to learn more about programs available for your child? Here we go. Close. Transforming Lives. Here we go. Helpapedia.org. What a great organization. And with Helpapedia, we got a collaboration going with beatbob.com. Take a look at what this guy is doing, folks. This is absolutely phenomenal. We're going to go ahead and I believe, Sue, chime in here if I'm wrong, but I believe I've got the share audio going correctly. So I'm just going to go ahead and share this video. This is something that you're going to want to share with everyone you know. Here we go.
Tonight, 3 area students within our school district have died by suicide in the last 9 months. In the most recent event, officials stated that there were absolutely no warning signs that the family was aware of that this was coming.
It has become one of the biggest epidemics in our society today. Teen suicide. The most prevalent, depression, bullying, and cyberbullying. The statistics are alarming. An average of over 100,000 teenagers per month have committed or attempted suicide in the last year. That is more than the number of soldiers that died in all U.S. wars. Bullying and cyberbullying are 2 of the key reasons over 160,000 students skip school daily. And every 30 seconds, a student attempts suicide. Bob Holmes, the one-man volleyball team, has been on a mission to combat these issues the last 30-plus years to help steer kids away from the dangers of suicide, bullying, alcohol, drugs, texting while driving, and much more. Bob created a platform to get the attention of families nationwide by playing volleyball against girls' teams, boys' teams, and teams made up of teachers and coaches from junior high schools and high schools. After playing in over 6,000 gymnasiums in front of 6 million people, the most memorable takeaways have been when Bob speaks to the kids.
Oh, guess what happened to a junior high boy? 13. My first week playing volleyball. He walked up and he took his hat off and said, "Notice I have no hair left. I'm dying with AIDS." He said, "I have 3 months left to live." He said, "The AIDS virus is eating my organs apart through the night." He said, "Please don't quit." Make them listen. How many of you would like to be the person who encourages rather than bullies? Let me hear you.
So I just thank you so much for coming out here and making me realize that, one, I'm not alone, and two, I can get over it.
Yes.
To get better.
Wonderful.
Whenever he started talking about suicide and everything, I think it did get to a lot of people because we've all lost somebody in our lives. I mean, me personally, I lost my best friend last year due to suicide.
This is something that will save students' lives. It's something that parents don't often have the time or the energy or the know-how to talk to their kids about these sensitive subjects.
You know, we've experienced some loss here in our community and our school in the last year. The volleyball obviously was the vehicle to get our kids interested and excited to really focus in on what eventually his message was, which was suicide prevention, mental health, making positive choices. It was a great investment of an hour and 15 minutes, I can tell you that as a principal.
Bob has been featured on CNN, CBS, USA Today, local TV and radio stations. Even Ripley's Believe It or Not recognized him for playing over 20,000 volleyball games, more than any other athlete in any one sport worldwide. Bob also does primetime exhibitions for families in the local communities. Bob has played against teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills, Washington Redskins, Baltimore Orioles, and the Minnesota Vikings. And by the way, he beat them all.
You know, I thought I was an athlete, but I seen I need a lot of work.
He brings a message that's for the community and to the families and to individuals, and that's what it's about. And he plays like a gang out there.
Bob has also played against college teams like Penn State and Texas A&M, where he took on Aggie athletes from 9 different sports, winning 8 of 9 games. Folks, here's your chance to become part of this incredible movement. To book Bob and or to support Bob to make a major impact in your local community, go to beatbob.com.
There you go. What a performance, what a story. And we are pleased, proud, and privileged to be working with Bob Holmes that you heard about and saw with that video. So yeah, we have groups coming together, teams coming together, and this is all going to converge into our May 8th telethon for Veterans First initiative. Now, what everything that we've been talking about with kids, really sets the stage properly, that we don't want to just, go the direction of veterans and forget about the families of our veterans. So families and veterans with, so veterans and their families with Veterans First Initiative, Saturday, May 3rd. It's going to be 9 to 5 Pacific, noon to 8 Eastern. And everybody out there is welcome to be a part of it. This is about our veterans. This is about our veterans and their families. And this is going to be a great boost for all issues with kids and all issues in mental health, homelessness, you name it, hunger, and, just taking care of people, the people's business. But we're going to let the veterans lead the charge on this crusade, the Solution Revolution, by People for a New America, PFANAUSA.org. Take a look at what this group is doing. I learned about them at the beginning of August last year. And by the end of August, my wife and I were working together. Sue here and we did a lot of exposure of what they're doing. So let's go ahead and share another video This is Richie Honori, and you're going to get a good insight here. Let's go ahead and play this.
People for a New America is proud to announce the Unity, Peace, and Freedom Festival. Let's go!
Well, hello there. My name's Richie Honori from the multi-platinum group The Sweet, known for Ballroom Blitz, Fox on the Run. I'm sure you've heard him in all the movies. My organization, I have a nonprofit 501c3. I'm the executive director and founder. It's called People for a New America. We had an event on October 26th this year, and we held a free Unity, Peace, and Freedom Festival, and we secured some of the most legendary music icons in the industry, and it was all basically a very diverse lineup. Our cause was uniting all the races and religions, and we had a prayer vigil in the morning. It was really incredible, and people were blown away by this. So I wanted to share this and how you could get involved with what we're doing right now. Music is very effective, and it changes the world. We filmed 60 hours of footage, and right now we are in post-production. It's coming out so freaking great. It's so fantastic, it surpassed our expectations. What we need right now is finishing funds so we can get this released as quickly as possible. So any support will be greatly appreciated. Because you're jumping on board now, you will get a film credit that will carry on with this film forever. So again, this is a great opportunity for you to donate to an incredible cause. And let's face it, music changed the world. It's enough that we've had with our country being divided and our people being divided. Enough's enough. When you're a musician, we're colorblind, and that's the way we roll. Bring the Native Americans, people of color, all the different races, and it's a beautiful thing. So have a great day, and happy Giving Tuesday and Giving Month of December 24. Thank you.
Pretty amazing, hey folks. So that's another endeavor that we have the honor to be a part of. And so here we go. Let me get my video started again here. There we go. And so everything ties together, folks. When you see here with this this opportunity to join People for a New America, you have all these committees, and so what we're again leading with is our Veterans Committee. But as we surround our veterans, we're going to be looking at technology, agriculture, like I said, in terms of the food that veterans eat and their families, and make sure that veterans and their families have all the nutrition that they need, and sustainability. New economy committee. Obviously, how our economy works is not working for our veterans. So we're going to get our economy working for our veterans. Now, it's not a total fail. So let's make sure that people trying to fact check or whatever aren't getting all excited here, but just a huge gaping hole, falling way short. And we have our community builder program. It's going to take a community, like with the children of the veterans. It takes a community to raise a child. We have youth empowerment. They were back to the kids again. New media center, like what we're doing here. So all of you podcasters out there, all of you producing television, everybody going on to Roku and, on iHeartRadio, or, with any of your radio stations, TV stations, you name it, with Amazon Fire TV programming, like with Bravehearts TV. Let's all unite and get together to get this out all across our nation. We have legislative and advocacy. We have people that are sending these messages and this narrative to our current administration. Amazing Wellness Committee. Don't we want all of our veterans to be amazingly well? And so again, the Veterans Committee. So here we go. Join a group, plug on in, and know that our primary focus is veterans at this time. Take a look at the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube of PFANA, People for a New America. So Mariana Waikiki is coming in here to join us. So you know what's on her mind. We're off to a good show so far. We're gonna, dive on in for another 5 minutes, and our creative director Marianne has us all geared up to take a halftime break. So we've got a format here. We have music and artistic performance, performing arts, starting us off, breaking us up in the middle, and sending us off at the end. Mariana Waikiki, how are you doing today as you're promoting World Water Day for March 22nd?
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Kurt. Yes, I was down here in San Carlos at the Castaway Kids thrift store, and they had a half off. So I got some comfort bedding and some new swimwear for the pool. And it feels so good to donate because this money goes to the Children's Music Department in San Carlos, Mexico. And then we went off to the thrift store for Scotty, which has the EMT clinic behind it, and I donated some diabetic needles that I had stacked away from sailing with a captain who is a diabetic. So I donated it to the administrative assistant there with the nurse, and the nurses are down there. The place was busy. The farmers market, delicious vegetables. Got to show the video, Kurt, of the new book. Well, our first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness. It's the new trailer, which we dedicated to Boynton Slat. And Leanne McLaughlin and CNN is going to take off with the segment because of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and the characters of the General of the New Earth Army, which we support our veterans, and the Disability Channel and Project Die Hard and Zach Clayton Play It Forward. And Jay Stoyan's got a fundraiser coming up. So we've been talking all week. And I sold a couple of books that I have here, and getting the word out about World Water Day, and showed some other Mexican friends, Mexican salespeople that want to help get the books into the schools down here. I had an opportunity to be at the Navarrete Bilingual School, and the parents are like, "We saw your picture," and I said, "Wow, how cool is that?" So it's a beautiful day here. And the Rotary Club is doing a carnes, the festival with the young children dancing. The Rotary Club is off doing that. Tickets, fundraising. My neighbor's going to that. She says she's going to bring me some carne asada, which is steak. So I can't wait from all this hustle and bustle this morning. And I got to show my videos too. I was at the nail salon for 2 days, getting my nails with blue for World Water Day, and a haircut, and using the great new castor oil, and sharing the products that the chiropractor uses for acupuncture or cupping, and doing a little massage. So doing some healing work with my local ladies, and then showing the video again. And all these tourists, I don't say tourists, but people come down. These ladies were from Maine, and they were divers, and I showed them the video. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool." So getting the word out about this video, and if you can play that later, that would be awesome. When Leanne will be joining us at 1 o'clock. We also have a special guest that I met through the Unicorn Universe, Rahib. He is the, well, I'll let him tell you his kind of title in New York. But he's a speaker with the United Nations. So we're going to get to know him. We're going to let Leon and him take it away, what we're doing for World Water Day. We did put our applications in. We sent them the flyers. They sent me a email response back, and it's the, the theme is the glaciers. And on our book here, Cool Acts of Kindness, it features the glaciers there, and Waterflow, the whale, who happens to be deaf. And we have the Mr. Penguin, Chip, the penguin, with his son Little Tux, who write letters to Greenpeace for climate change, as well as a polar bear named Anti-Arctic that, gets a little hot there and gets a fever, and, can acquire a hearing loss. So, we're talking about all different topics and subjects, and people with a hearing loss and World of Ability, and especially having clean, fresh drinking water, which can affect our health. And again, we'll let Leon discuss all that with the worldwide and the illnesses and what we're doing to bring a water unit to San Carlos, Mexico here with the Parrot Heads. They're going to be doing a fundraiser. They've already selected a school and an orphanage. They have allocated the funds for a water unit. So this is our second acts of kindness. We're multiplying that, Kurt, because in July, I won the Awesome Grant Foundation Award, and we gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit, and Leon was there. I was traveling Vancouver, Canada with a disability channel interviewing me and back to San Carlos. But we did a Zoom because of you and Emily and gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit. We have a video of that to show later with Leon and asking him his experience. And they also received the books Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully for Anti-Bullying. So we want to multiply those acts of kindness. We have a press release. Now we're doing it in San Carlos. My next jump is to Nigeria with the Pollination Project and grants. So the good news too is through Unicorn Universe, I met Julene Farr, who we had as a guest speaker last week, that opened up more doors for us, and how we can apply for these grants and get these books to these locations. And also we had 2 great meetings with Brave Hearts TV network and their team to get these books into children's hospitals and supporting the cancer children's hospitals as well. So much exciting things have happened this week. It's very uplifting, and not putting the past behind me, because it's a new day, but it feels really uplifting knowing that the 4th book is done. It is in Amazon's hands. It is being evaluated in the next 72 hours to say thumbs up, book is ready for publish, and we're going to give a free download, Kurt. When? On World Water Day, that's Saturday, March 22nd. I'll have a free download that day through Fussy Librarian and Amazon. And we also have the Shopify t-shirts to go along with it. We sent some samples to Leon and my deaf friend Scott, so we'll see how they turn out and the quality. And Leon can take it away too, talking about him working with Joe Wright and Island Earth to open up these juice, coffee, water, tea bars throughout the world, as well as his fundraising, Coffee for a Cause, Ilokai, Hawaii. This Kona Coffee, and this has been happening. So thank you so much for having me be here today. So go out and play is our tagline. I don't know if you want to roll over. I don't know if Regime is here, and I think he is. So I'd like to introduce him, if I could, if he's been listening. We met again through the Unicorn Universe. What a great bunch of people. Kurt, you called me. You said, "Hey, can you join this?" I said, "I'm at the nail salon. Fridays is my social time. All the ladies in San Carlos are down here." And, I was able to listen, and I had a meeting with Dave Waltzer, who actually had a one-on-one with him and talked about the first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring the general of the New Earth Army. And he told me he acquired a hearing loss in the military as well. So he flew out to Europe and he read the books and thumbs up. He's also part of the Chandler Film Festival. And again, introduced me to Julene Farr, who was on our last Saturday show, who gave us great details about grant writing for sustainability. She was a former signer with the deaf community way back when, and is also doing great things with the Hopi and Navajo reservations in Arizona. And that's what Leon's doing as well, too. He's doing all these fundraisers in Seattle, Las Vegas, and they're bringing these water units. So from thought to action, Leon is making it happen. So I would like to introduce Rajiv. You are here. You are the assassin by hire. If you want to share your story, I know that you are a United Nations speaker. You've done a lot of things with marketing and want to help coach people and launch products and services. So take it away. Welcome to the World of Ability with these amazing people. They've been doing this for 4 years. And we met through the Happy Neighborhood projects as well. So we're rolling it over. Take it away. Aloha, Mariana Waikiki.
Awesome. Yeah, nice to meet you all. My name is Rajiv, as as Marian very rightly said, I'm the assassin for hire. But please, please don't be scared. I don't kill people. I only kill problems. Problems like scandal and negativity on Google and social. And on the flip side of that, we change the business paradigm by having clients chase you. And the way that we do that is by elevating your profile to the status of thought leader or influencer by, amongst other things, getting you to speak at the United Nations. So that's just a very high level summary of who I am and what I do. A small background as to me is I've spent my entire life in the world of advertising and marketing. I worked with large Fortune 50 agencies like Saatchi & Saatchi, Leo Burnett, Havas, Mindshare, JWT, etc., and worked for brands like Unilever and Walmart and Procter & Gamble and Coke and Pepsi, like all of them, Unilever, etc. And one of my claims to fame is helping Unilever get into the Guinness Book of Records by creating their most successful product launch campaign till date for the launch of Lipton Green Tea in India, where the campaign was so successful that it sold the product out nationally in retail and wholesale twice, 2 months back to back. And the thing that got us into the Guinness Book was creating, at the time, the world's largest online jigsaw puzzle that engaged 300,000 active users at the height of the campaign, which ran for 6 months. So again, from a media innovation standpoint, that's something that I've done. That's one of the many things that I've done. And since then, a large part of my focus is making the world a better place. And my approach of making the world a better place is in two parts: promoting the good or eliminating the bad. And promoting the good, like I said, is helping people with their message, helping them to be spotlit and for more visibility, like speaking on large stages like the United Nations. Small story there. The first time when I spoke at the United Nations in 2020, just before the pandemic, I spoke at the World Homelessness Summit, and the topic of my speech was solving homelessness by leveraging coaching and technology. And after that, the country of Malawi, which is in Africa, demanded I help them solve child homelessness in Malawi. So that started my journey with the United Nations, both as a speaker advisor, as well as co-creating various events with various member nations of the United Nations. And I've been doing that ever since.
Fantastic. I want to add to the welcome, Rajiv. Thank you very much. And for whatever time, I don't know if you're here for the hour, half hour, how long you're going to stay, but for whatever time you stay with us today, Rajiv, we are going to make it worth your while. We're going to send you off being a better person than how you showed up. What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm a student of Kaizen, which is the Japanese philosophy of continuous change, continuous improvement, or small changes. So I'm all about changes and improvement.
Excellent. Excellent. We want to check in with one of our best buds, Leon McLaughlin. Leon, do you know this guy, Rajiv?
No, but I heard him talking about the United Nations, and we're part of the United Nations World Water Day, where been working with them for the last over 10 years, doing World Water Day projects. Actually, World Water Day of March 22nd. We're part of that World Water Day also. And we're the Clean Water Foundation. So, yeah, we're working, like I said, with World Water Day.
So, Leon, I don't know if you want to
hear
try.
Me now?
Yeah, we hear you good now. You're coming through like we're used to now. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, we've been part of World Water Day for over 10 years. And so we're part of World Water Day 2025. And yeah, we've been doing water projects around the world with the United Nations on World Water Day, which is March 22nd. Of 2025, but I don't know him. No, I don't.
I mean, the United Nations has thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of organizations and people. So obviously, it's like saying, "Do you know this guy from India has got 1 billion people?" So it's just one of those like weird things.
Yep, exactly. But it's nice that we're both, working with the United Nations, with Clean Water Foundation, World Water Day, and the water projects that we do for children around the world, and then what you're doing. So that's pretty cool.
There we go. That's what we want to do. We want to do all things cool. And we got one of our cool cats. My wife, Sue, is here. But we're going to segue really quick into the design by our creative director, Mariana Waikiki. She said, hey, at this half point, we do a 2-hour program. So Marianne says, let's break it up a little bit. So, and we have an artist, Lucy Lynch, and she's got a marvelous work product that's titled Yes, I Can. And so we're going to go ahead and enjoy a little Lucy Lynch artistic performance here. Enjoy, folks. Here it comes now.
And yes, Leon met Lucy and her husband last year in Waikiki, Hawaii. They're the soundtrack to the books. And this is very motivational for World of Ability. Take a break, stand up and stretch if you are able. Sing along. And this is a song for our new character, Kenny Cancun, who's a garbologist. And our book, Cool Acts of Kindness, that will be free for launch and download on World Water Day, dedicated to Leon McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation. So yes, I can. Here I am, Kurt. No more hiding in darkness. I'm ready to shine the light that we need to know about climate change.
All right, here we go. Let's enjoy.
So alone, there's no one here to guide me through. I close my eyes with an open mind. I can see a ray of light. I hear a voice from deep inside. It's calling me. Here I am. Gate. I'm here to shine, it's never too late. Finding my why, always will be guided through. Feeling my heart opening wide, I can see the rising tide. Feel so alive, I hear the world is calling me. Here we are.
I have to finish writing this paper. I'm swamped.
Just get Grammarly. It's free.
That was amazing.
There we go. Switch it.
So, Leon, you
What a
want?
great video. Gotta end it there. So here we go. Let's dive back in. So, Marianne, what's your follow-up to that wonderful song and with all the lyrics displayed? What's on your mind, Marianne?
Well, I just am so blessed that I got to meet Lucy Lynch. She was an interpreter. I was the interpreter, excuse me. And for my deaf friend Scott for over a year, 10 years at the Unity Church of Hawaii. And I listened to her angelic voice. And while we followed around the islands, listening to it, and she came out with the first album, and I asked her if I could use that music. And Suzanne Sims, our writer, was at Unity Church. I'm signing in the back, and I'm living on a sailboat too, and all this garbage is floating around, and want to know why. It is, and it's because of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. So I'm honored and blessed that we got to create our first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, with a new video trailer that Leon will be presenting to CNN Douglas Carroll, who will be doing a segment on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And we highlight Captain Moore, who actually sailed through the garbage patch in 1997 in the Transpac sailboat race. So not only we updated the books through this journey, we rededicated it to Boynton Slat of Ocean Cleanup. So I don't know if Sue has that book trailer video to share as well. And if Leon wants to give us feedback with meeting Lucy and her husband Matthew now, who are in Germany and doing other things. But we have an album for each of the books, and it's just amazing. And we have a Waterflow the Whale now character, and she has a song called Love is the Only Way, which we end this world of ability, and it's very uplifting. It touches our heart. It makes us feel good, doesn't it, Sue? And thank you so much. So, Leon, are you there? You want to tell us about also too the gifting the water unit to the Hawaii the Blind through the Awesome Foundation grant that I received in July of $1,000. We gifted you $150 for a water unit. That's not that much to give a water unit to a school, a hospital, a clinic that can service 500 people. And especially what happened on the island of Oahu with the military and the Red Hill Navy, 100,000 military families were misplaced because of contamination of the waters. And so cleaning that up. So in my heart, I know that we're leaving this acts of kindness, one school, one hospital, one community, international at a time, starting with the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind. We're doing it here in San Carlos, Mexico with the Parrot Heads. They have a lot of the money here also, and the books. And we're going to do that continually with a press release and also through United Nations. So Leon, you want to share some more with Lucy and the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind, your experience, and not only your experience as being a hearing person and having a sign language interpreter there. And these elementary children were deaf, and we have the coloring books for them as well to teach them about clean water and the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Take it away, Leon.
Yeah, it was really amazing to experience the whole venture of going to the school, presenting the water unit to the school and the children, and to talk to the children about clean water. It was a totally amazing experience. The good thing that came out of that also, teaching the kids about clean water and spreading the word, and for them to learn about the water unit and what it could do, the education of children to know, that over 2 million people dying because of lack of clean, fresh drinking water. And to talk to those kids about that through sign language, which was totally amazing. Because when I first got there and I was telling the kids about 2 million children dying a year, 50% of the world's hospital beds is filled with people with waterborne illnesses. And that, through these filters and through passing the word out, we could actually have our Disney fantasy of no child having contaminated water anymore. That's the Disney fantasy, and it's a situation that could actually be solved, just like polio was solved. That you can actually have a cure for this situation with these filters and education and passing it along about clean, fresh drinking water. But what also happened is that I was invited after the presentation to the Waikiki Yacht Club. And at the yacht club, I was telling them the story about what we did at the Hawaiian School for the Deaf and the Blind. And one of the guys that was at the yacht club actually owns these coffee farms in Hawaii. And they were like, wow, we didn't even know it was a school for the deaf and blind. We would like to get involved. And now we're doing a deal with them called Coffee for a Cause, Water for Children around the world. And we're putting up a virtual store probably in another 2 weeks where a percentage of the Hawaiian coffee that's sold in the mainland will go to purchase water units for children in Hawaii and for the Hopi and Navajo reservation, who we're currently working with in Arizona. So from that presentation we did at the Hawaiian School for the Deaf and Blind to have another deal going on that was totally not planned or not anything, and talking about that installation was totally amazing, because now we got this huge deal going on with the farmers, not only with the Hawaiian farmers, it spread it to the other farmers that we're working with in El Salvador, Panama, Colombia, Kenya. So it actually snowballed until this big Coffee for a Cause thing that we're doing. And in November, we're planning on having a fundraiser in Hawaii, which will be our 8th year anniversary in November, for being at the Bill and Melinda Gates Discovery Center, where we were inducted with one of our solar water units that Mary Ann was talking about, that for $150, you can provide all these kids drinking water in a school or clinic, just because the manufacturers is working with us, and you don't have to change the water filters to after 10,000 gallons of water has been used. So to do this whole new Coffee for a Cause, and I'll be sending you guys the links on our virtual store that we're creating with the Hawaiian farmers and the farmers, the coffee farm they have is called Minahu Coffee Plantation, and it's on Captain Cook's Hawaii Island. So yeah, it turned out unbelievable from that installation. And to meet Lucy was amazing too, because her record, just like what Mariana said, with Water Floater Well, is amazing. She's an amazing singer. I met her and her husband. To have them on board is a great thing that Mariana has put together. So what they say, just when we thought it was great, it got even greater, and working together works. And that's what it show you. From an installation from a school, we end up with Coffee for a Cause, and we're taking this around the world to hook up with all these other farmers. But it started with the farmer in Hawaii from that installation. So totally amazing.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for everything that you do, Leon. Great news, great efforts, looking at a great future because of the mission of the Clean Water Foundation. So Rajiv, are you with us? I see you're putting stuff in our text box. Are you also ready to join back in the conversation? What do you think about all this stuff Leon's doing? I'm understanding you guys don't know each other, so let's get a little banter. What do we think about the Clean Water Foundation?
Yeah, I think it's amazing because obviously water, it's kind of ironic that water is the most common element on this planet. We're comprised of water ourselves, like 78%. And obviously water is something that we need for survival. But despite that, there is such a vast shortage of clean drinking water, which is, I think, a huge tragedy, because there's so much immense loss of life on an hourly, daily basis in places like Africa and India and, places like that. And this is something that I think should have been solved ages ago, but it isn't for whatever reason. So clearly, this is something that continues to need work. It needs support. It needs attention. from various people so that people can do something about it. And like I mentioned in the chat, we're working with various startups that have amazing technology, revolutionary state-of-the-art technology on purifying water, treating sewage water, making sewage water completely clean, purifying lakes, ponds, that sort of water bodies extremely fast by removing the algae and all that sort of thing. So there's like a variety of technologies that I'm sure is happening parallelly. And I would love to meet Leon and, the entire team here to see as to how we can cooperate and explore synergies as we kind of take and make available these amazing life-changing technologies to all the countries around the world that need it.
Yeah, and I just want to share too, Rajiv. I'm kind of, I do get sleep, but I'm excited with and tears of joy to make this project happen. And my background's in hearing loss, and we have 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss. And we have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So in the middle of the night, I am working over in Pakistan with the fiber graphic designers, and I am so impressed. So I get up in the middle of the night when they tell me it's time to work with them, and then I get to go back to sleep. And then it's like Christmas with Santa Papa John. Why? Because I get to see the new production. And then I have to go back and edit it. And, we got some changes because I got to make sure the puppets look at each other and are they signing with each other? Does it go with the flow? Can a deaf person understand this? Closed captioning. But it's great fun. I love it because no one has done anything. No one has done anything with sign language characters or animation movies. And so there was one time I'm sitting here, and after I received the Awesome Foundation Grant Award, I spoke with Kurt, and I've been on Sue's Milwaukee radio show, which we'd love to have you on this Wednesday or the following Wednesday leading up to World Water Day. And I got the Zaha, and I said, there's a Pakistan chapter for Awesome Grant, and they are giving $1,000. Awesome Grant Foundation gives $1,000 a month away to projects in the United States, Canada, worldwide. There's On the Water, and there's climate change. So I got the AHA and working with my team in Pakistan, and I went on and applied for $1,000 for a water unit. I uploaded their work to show what we are doing, and doing more research too is, India has like 6 million people with a hearing loss. Now that's not born deaf, that's not congenital deafness. I believe it's warfare. And so the population is growing with a hearing loss. And that's why it's so important that we give everybody total communication and clean water. And our series, the Acts of Kindness series, talks about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch with underwater acts of kindness. So Kurt, if you could pull up that book trailer, because CNN will be launching it, because Leon met Douglas Carroll in Hawaii, and I lived in it. I had garbage floating around my boat, and I wanted to know why. And we found out why. And the second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, is another global topic. And we just finished the book, Climate Change, and it's dedicated to you, Leon. I'm so proud that this project it's not done. The birth has started. We're not taking a break. And now we're excited to bring it to the world and get it in the world's hands through other grant writers, Chandler Film Festival, possibly with Unicorn Universe. I applied for a $10,000 grant for the Jing Jang. We're going to hopefully hear back from them. Maybe we can New York. You maybe have some connections there. Regine, we applied. I'm applying throughout the middle of the night. I get the AHA. There's the pollination project that I applied to. I sent them the press release. Well, we could gift a library in Nigeria, a water unit, and the books, and they're replying. And again, we're reaching out now to the grant writers, and we've also had meetings with Braveheart TV Network out of the Chicagoland area with Sherry Johnson and her team. So we're making this momentum happen. And just imagine how many eyes are going to light up by bringing these books and trailers and the future And Kurt, do you have that trailer to show the new trailer there? I'm so excited. And the second one will be done, and the third one, and the fourth one for Leon. So I'm continually working in the middle of the night in Pakistan, but I'm here in San Carlos, Mexico, and I'm here today on World of Ability. And we do stuff remotely in Hawaii. So Leon, what are you going to be doing on World Water Day? Where are you going to be, Rajiv?
I think March. I mean, I'm in New York all of March. March 18th, we have a Women's Empowerment Summit at the United Nations. So that's where I will probably be on March 18th. Yeah, the rest of March, I'm sure I'm going to be in New York as well. No travel plans until May. May is when I travel to Tulsa on work.
So Leon, are you there?
Yeah, with our group, the Clean Water Foundation, we'll be celebrating the water filters that we just sent to the Hopi and Navajo reservation, where we had 2 concerts for them, and now over 3,000 children and their families will have clean, fresh drinking water because of the filters that we just sent a few days ago, and they should be receiving them next week, and we'll be celebrating sending those filters to the reservation for the Hopi and Navajo. So we're going to have like an inauguration celebration, and that's what we're doing for World Water Day.
Leon, I'd love to, connect with you and know a little bit more about you, become better acquainted and explore synergies. So if I can have your cell or, something like that, I'd love to reach out and, say hello and, schedule a one-on-one with you.
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, awesome.
And you can send your number also.
Yeah, I already posted it in the chat, and my number is in my Zoom video tile.
So Sue, are you able to replicate the chat information on Rajiv over through cell phone to Leon? Are you able to do that, Sue?
And can you play the new video?
I believe I can.
Yeah, I just put it out there, my number with yep.
Okay, sweet. I'm just going to send you a text right now. It'll come from a 646 number.
Look at
That'll be
networking.
great. Working together works.
So, Leon, can you tell us, I know you've been busy in the mornings. Can you tell us what you're doing with Joe Wright and Island Earth?
Yeah, we're looking at setting up these coffee, water, and juice bars. So we're working with some private equity companies, and Joe does 24/7 access mobility marketing. And once we set up these private with the private equity company, these water, coffee, and juice bars, it's going to be about 25,000 of them that we'll be setting up. We're going to have flagship stores in Beverly Hills and Scottsdale and different other places. And that's what we're doing with them, setting up these water, coffee, and juice bars with Joe Wright and a private equity company. The good part about all that, percentage will go to the Clean Water Foundation to purchase water units for the kids around the world, for hospitals and schools. So and the private equity company really loves that idea of doing a project like this. So I've been working on that, and that should be happening within the next 30 to 60 days, this deal that we've put together with a private equity company to open up these Island Earth water, coffee, and juice bars, along with some other companies that we're working with to do the same thing. So it's nice that we got corporations getting involved on the projects that we're doing.
So, Leon, can you tell us about the Acts of Kindness series books and coloring books and the Folk Manis puppets that may be bundled into these stores as well?
Yeah, we're putting together a bundle package, and that'll be those books will be in those stores that will be opening up, along with Dr. Emoto. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Dr. Emoto Messages of Water. They're out of Japan, and we actually got a contract signed with them to put in their children books and their regular Dr. Emoto Messages of Water books. So Mariana's puppets and also her books will be in those stores also, which is really great.
We have the new character Waterflow the Whale. For the Love of Water is our theme regime. And everybody, the t-shirts are available now on Shopify. Our website is www.actsofkindnessseries.com. And we also will be celebrating the General of the New Earth Army with Kurt Roscoff. Kurt, you want to tell us a little bit about the Disability Channel and Jay Stoyan Veterans Fundraiser? Leon, we got another event coming after this. We have Earth Day too. We're going to be downloading that book for free. Tell us more, Kurt. Take it away. My puppet master, my puppeteer.
All right. Well, Jay Stoyan, I was working on Global Ability Fest back 2020 prior to COVID. And, I was working away on LinkedIn and I saw it as a LinkedIn suggestion. People you may know. I didn't know them. I didn't know about the Disability Channel, and I didn't even recognize it right away the first glance on that suggestion because I just saw TDC, but I saw the word disability. So it caught my eye, so I clicked on it, and then that's when I got introduced to the Disability Channel through the profile on LinkedIn, and I gave him a call. And, I was driven to do so because, well, first of all, I check out, pretty much any and every disability service, but I had an appetite to do something in television because, as you heard on Wednesday night, Sue heads up our Ability MK Now radio show. But I thought we're missing it, not having TV. But that was a year prior meeting to Jay. And so I was eager for this. And I really didn't make any progress with a year of thinking I needed TV. And then all of a sudden this landed in my lap. I give Jay a call and I tell him what I'm doing with Ability Fest. He goes ahead and commits to covering Ability Fest with us. And so everything was about that event through Halloween 2020, October 31st. And then November 1st, I became the ambassador of the Disability Channel. And the enamor of this, folks, is that it's television by and with people with disabilities and veterans. And Sue now hosts the TDC Today community show as well. So we do radio with River West Radio, then we end that show and we go right into the Disability Channel TDC Today community show. We do that the Disability Channel show is 8 p.m. Central on Wednesdays. And so Jay is really working strong to build this bond between Canada and the U.S. in this way. And he's really making headway, in prospects for the Veteran Affairs and, who knows where else it can go, but this is coming through the Veterans First Initiative. And with the Disability Channel, we have digital ventures where people with disabilities and veterans can learn everything that he knows as a television producer and a show host, so public speaking, digital production, graphics, multimedia, AV, you name it, kind of, a little bit on Canva and stuff like that. Everything someone need to have to be able to go out there and professionally be the media person for any enterprise. And speaking of media person, with Santa Papa John entering. But Sue, with that, do you want to go ahead and play the book promo that you have ready to go before Santa Papa John steals the show? All right, so we're going to have a video playing here. It's going to make sure before we get too far in the weeds on other things that we can show what's going on with the book. Here we go, Sue. Here. So Sue is pushing the button. Welcome, Santa Papa John. We're just going to play a little video. Santa Papa John, and then we will bring you in like gangbusters. So No, we're not. We don't have anything here. We're just seeing you. You're using the screen share? All right, here we go. On the job training with Sue Roskoff here, doing a little video play from her phone. She's doing the command.
You're not seeing my screen, are you?
Nope, the screen share here.
Interesting, because it shows like it should be playing. Let me try one more time.
Well, welcome, Santa Papa John. I want to thank you for being a social media marketer on TikTok, showing the Acts of Kindness series books and our Sea Turtle, the General of the New Earth Army, and supporting Zach Clayton. And this is a video that we are uploading to show our first book for ocean cleanup dedicated to Boynton Slat. And Leanne will be sharing that also with the CNN.
Cool.
What if you could help save the ocean just by listening to a story? Set sail with Underwater Acts of Kindness. Join Noah, the hard-of-hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of DAW General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boynton Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's songs and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your New Earth Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
There we go. Thank you, Sue. We got it done. We shared it out. So Santa Papa John, what's going on with you this Saturday?
Well, first of all, I'll say hello to your beautiful wife. I haven't seen her for a while. I hope life is treating you well. Santa's doing good. He's had some great meetings already this morning. Yesterday was a tough day. We were down in the cities. Becky, my wife, her oldest son had to have surgery to remove a kidney because they found some cancer in the kidney. So they said the easiest way to solve this is just to take the kidney right out. So we were down there, of course, to show some support. Ooh, I've got some freaky eyes happening, green eyes, double things happening. Anyway, so surgery went good. He got out of it. Next couple of days is, he's in a lot of pain and he's a little rough, but he's managed to pass the biggest hurdles so far in his life and he's doing okay. So that was good news. And so, of course, we got back a little bit late last night. So watched about an hour TV and then to bed. And it was a relaxing evening. Today, so far, like I say, we're off to a good start. Initiated my first Santa's travel vacation story the other day. I went touring London, England to a couple spots and asking people to put comments on the stories of where's their favorite vacation place to go and what's their favorite vacation idea to do while they're on vacation. So I can incorporate some of those ideas into my new stories. So we'll hopefully build a following on that. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do it once a week or not, but we'll see how things play out. And so, yeah, new ideas, had a great meeting with a mother of 3 veterans, her children. And so had a wonderful meeting with her and love the idea of my veteran page, The Warriors Beacon of Hope. So each day is a step forward in a more positive way, and sharing ideas and showing ways to help promote different ideas and things. So we're working our way forward one step at a time. What's going on in your world? I need to change this here. What's going on?
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love hearing all the great things that you do, and although you impact a lot of lives, and it's pretty awesome to hear all the things that you are doing. And yeah, I haven't seen you lately. This is kind of nice to be able to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. I'll go to
So what I have here, I don't know if you can hear me. I have here is a picture of me at the Navarrete Bilingual School in San Carlos, Mexico, Guaymas. And this is the principal. There is Abriel there in the pink. She's a retired kindergartner teacher that goes to volunteer to read books every Wednesday. And also that's Judy, another book author. She has a book about a turtle. And we all met at the San Carlos Yacht Club playing the Mexican bingo La Lotorita. And we went 2 days later to the Navarrete Bilingual School to meet the principal and saw the campus of this beautiful place. They actually have a petting zoo. And the classrooms, they're speaking English, and we met with the principal for a couple of hours, another American teacher who knew sign language as well. And we had a great photo here. So we're showing the My Aloha spirit, our unity spirit of all United Nations, especially World Water Day coming up. And what a joy. I was walking down the street 2 weeks ago, and my neighbors read the books. I gave them to the children to read and give me feedback, and they loved it. Well, the other parents go, well, we saw this photo of you at the Navarrete Bilingual School. And I said, well, the fourth book is coming out now, Santa. And what a great feeling, and sharing this with other people, and especially to get it to the children's of all different languages. And we hope to bring this in with the great discovery, and to translate it into 100 different languages of the story of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and what everybody can do to be part of this and to take care of Mother Earth. So again, we are celebrating World Water Day on March 22nd. April 22nd will be Earth Day, and we'll be gifting these books for free from Download with a Fussy Librarian. So we have flyers to share, Santa Papa John. We're just giving, giving, giving. Even Christmas is over, Santa. We're still giving, giving, giving. So we are
awesome.
Hope to be on that nice list for 2025. And
absolutely.
And you received the puppets, and you had the Sea Turtle, the General, and the New Earth Army, and the coloring books. And what a great trailer we have now. And I'm waiting for the second one to come in. And we had a great meeting with Bravehearts Television Network out of Chicago with a great team there. And we're just so excited for 2025. All the good things to elevate this planet, to raise the vibrations that everybody deserves clean, fresh drinking water, Santa. So thank you for your support too with veterans as well.
That's good stuff. I'm here. I'm just having problems with my freaking camera today. It's one of those days.
Well, and did I hear you right, Mary Ann, that they actually have a petting zoo at the school?
Yes, they do.
I want one.
I saw a goat. I don't know if I saw a turkey, some chickens, some livestock. Yeah, they do on the campus at the bilingual school. Yes,
That is
beautiful,
amazing.
it's a beautiful school. When I first came here, I met Lynn, who was a teacher there, and she was telling me about it, and I was just like, that, that's great. And I just got grounded here, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here, if I'm returning to Hawaii. And well, 2 years later, she's back. She's a cruise director on the big cruise ships and returned. And she also, before she left, the children took paint with their palms of their hands and painted her little VW van with their handprints before she left. So this vehicle's been driving around the community, and she was just back. Gave her an update. I said, remember when you told me about the Navarrete Bilingual School and I didn't know? Well, I did get the opportunity to finally go. And with these amazing leading ladies too, who are volunteering. And what a great photo that we got to show, the United Nations, America, Mexico. I went to Canada. They brought me up to book sign there. And what great unity of people we do have down here in San Carlos, Mexico. And we want to keep that message. And the Parrot Heads too, their fundraiser this month, they've already allotted the money for a water unit. We'll find out the school and the orphanage down here. So we're just multiplying the acts of kindness now. Now we're just kind of not sitting around because it's not Christmas and opening up toys and presents, but we're doing the groundwork for the grants to get the money to get there, to do the school. And so wasn't that a great, amazing last week with Julene Farr, the grant writer, who was a signer, who can help you do more with the veterans and her passion for that and sustainability. That was just, the universe is just putting us up with the right next people to make these projects happen. So thank you so much too. And your weekly radio show on Milwaukee, what an honor that is to be and join, and all the every week you have a new person that we're learning what everybody else is doing. So thank you for you also too. So, and my encouragement is to you is you guys need to apply for the Awesome Foundation grant, World Water, the On the Water project by World Water Day. So you can get $1,000 for your water ski club and adaptability. It's not that hard to do. Again, Awesome Foundation grant. And the Pollination Project too, there's Seed and Speak that they're giving out money. I'm going to meet with Dave Waltzer. So we're going to be learning more in the next couple of months. Exciting stuff that's happening.
Lots of things happening, Marianne. That's awesome. And what's going on in Sue's world?
Oh my gosh. Actually lots of good things happening. There's you were mentioning the radio show that actually has picked up some nice speed. I know Kurt's been amazing with getting folks signing up to be guests for us. We actually are booked out now into May. So that's been quite the piece. And I'm making some changes on my end so that we can do more with promoting it and getting the video out afterwards. I mean, it's radio, but we also are live streaming the video at the same time. So we actually kind of get to double dip a little bit. And with that, actually, it's every Wednesday night. It's called Ability MKE Now. MKE is the airport code for Milwaukee, so that's where the title came from. So we are running that every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central, and then right after that, we invite our guest from the radio show to stay with us so that we can do a recording for the Disability Channel as well. And we do a show called the Today Show Communities, and it's been actually going really well. I'm happy to say. And I do have a new email address now to focus all the things that are related to those pieces. abilityradio@gmail.com is the new address where you can catch up with what's all happening. I'm right now monitoring that 100%. So abilityradio@gmail.com. And actually there's another event coming up that I wonder if Chris can be able to share a little bit before we're all done here. There's an event on March 13th where he is going to be part of an online virtual event. And as part of that event, he is going to be interviewing people. So between 1 and 4 p.m. Central Time, every 15 minutes, he gets to interview a new person that is part of the participants for that event. So, Kurt, are you handy? I'm not sure where he went right now, if that's something he's able to address at all, but onthebus.biz is the website where you can find out more about that particular event. Again, onthebus.biz, B-I-Z. And there's information about the gentleman who is running that, and also how to become a participant on there. And if you've ever been to a conference before, this is something where it's just like being at a conference. except it's online. But it literally, it feels like you're walking around the building. The screen he was sharing with me at last Wednesday when we were on, it felt like you're at an event when you get to move around on your screen and it feels like you're walking from booth to booth. And there is going to be a booth. What was that? Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So actually, Kurt, do you want to share anything more about that, or is that kind of hitting it already?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to be able to interview people at the event. Here's the website, on the bus.biz. And so this event page here kind of gives you a little sneak peek on how it's metaverse, virtual reality with all the boosts and everything. And it's pretty cool how it works the sound. You got all these boxes showing that if you're in the box, everybody within the box can hear you. So yeah, pretty nice. So encourage people to go ahead and they got a calendar on here. So let's take a look. They should have there it is. It's on the calendar. So here's the posting on the bus.biz/IVC-signup-Q1. So here you go. Let's take a look at the sign up page. So you go ahead and sign up for that page, sign up for the event here. And then you get all the information, how to connect into the event. And I'll be there interviewing people at the booth they set up for me. And I'll be live streaming it out. So we'll be doing more of this live streaming right from that event.
Very cool. I'll have to get some more information on that, Kurt. There you go.
The gentleman that is running, he plans to come back. He was a guest with us last Wednesday on the radio show, and he's, assuming his timing works, was hoping to come back again this week to share one more time before the event happens, because it'll be right before it.
So here's a flyer here on World Water Day. Leon and I are gifting a free download of our 4th book, Cool Acts of Kindness for Climate Change. I just want to put a big thank you for Suzanne Sims, my writer, who continue in her passion and her knowledge of all these topics and dedication, and Lori Barth, our editor, who helps through, and Lucy Lynch, the singer, allowing us to use her music to shine the light around the world, and my deaf friend Scott, who we all had a conference call too when I was up in Vancouver when Jay Storian was interviewing me up in Vancouver, and Awesome Foundation grant. Thank you for giving us $1,000 to gift him. Thank you, Sue, for taking that money to hire Jay Stoyan. Again, the Disability Channel hires persons with disabilities, and they have 32 million subscribers out of Toronto. He just was doing the Vistas Games. We're shining the light with persons with disabilities with great enthusiastic songs such as Empowerment and Yes I Can and Here I Am and So Go Out and Play and Love is the Only Way. So take it away, Sue, when you end this song. This is very uplifting for us. And I know the world hears it. And I've heard from other people who I've played it for. They're like, wow, I like this music. So thank you so much for having us on here. I'm so excited to bring some more talent to the world of ability. And it's just going to amazing happen. So thank you so much. So go out and play. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Excellent. And actually, which song would you like for the closing today?
Love is the Only Way for Leon. This is the soundtrack. This is Water Flow the Whale for the love of water.
All right. And actually, before we close up here, Santa, I want to see if you have anything you want to share with us before we go. Some final thoughts and the events you've got coming up.
Just networking and getting the word out and meeting more people to share about not only Santa Papa John, but the Warriors Beacon of Hope. And the more people I talk to, the more people are amazed at the platforms and how they're growing and being introduced to more people, not only in this wonderful country, but around the world.
Awesome. That is perfect. We are so glad to have you here with us. If people want to find you, how do they find you, Santa?
www.santapapajohn.com or thewarriorsbeaconofhope.com. And I'm on like 11 different social media platforms every day.
Beautiful. Kurt, any last words from you before I go ahead and play the video?
Well, big thanks to everybody that makes this all possible. Santa Papa John, Marianne, you, Sue, and all of our guests that were on earlier, Leanne McLaughlin, and our new friend, Rajiv. And, you know, so that's the idea here, folks. Everybody can give me a call or text me to be a part of anything that you heard today or any new ideas. We love new ideas, new innovations. We are riding the solution revolution. So please, be a part of the solution, be the solution. So again, you can call or text me at 262-372-1SKI. That's 262-372-1754. Email me, Kurt, K-U-R-T, at spiritofthegame.org.
There we go.
With that, I am switching over to share my screen. Are you seeing my screen now?
Yes.
Yep, it's coming up
All
real good.
right. Thank you.
Love is the only way. Love is the only way. Take a breath. Let it be alright. Take a breath. Let it be enough right now. Let this moment be what it is. Let this moment be your doorway to bliss.